just below me is a little marker for the 3 Shire stones. It's kind of too hard to see in the sun. And there's the Lancashire monolith, installed in 2019, I think it says on the side here. Yep, 2019. Me and our Oliver off up there. We're at least aiming for a camp on great cars. So we're going to get at least one. Swirl House obviously very close to it, and Great Friar's just down the road from it. So we're hoping that it should be quite easy for us. Yeah, but obviously this weather's really warm, so we'll know what we can do. So first target is west side edge, which this sign says 3/4 of a mile away. Got to cross these this like boggy thing on stepping stones, and then there's a clearish path, but it looks quite daunting. But just slow and steady, I'm sure we'll be right. Hey up, thought I'd give you an update. We are just approaching the cairn on wet side edge. I thought it was west side edge, but no, it's wet side edge. Our rolls over there. We met a couple of lads who were walking down. Wished us a bit of luck. They're staying at the bottom of Langdale's Dungeon Gill. A cottage next to Dungeon Gill thing. They're heading down, they're going for a pint. They're very complimentary about our Oliver's lovely hair. As was some last night's Green Day concert, which I'll tell you about a bit later on. But yeah, he pulled this bird, so good lad. Anyway, I'm just going to have another 2-minute rest and get moving. It's actually quite breezy. It might need me fleece on when we get up top. And I don't think we'll be flying drones, sadly. So that's carrying kilogram and a half for now. But we're eight. This pack, I've got a new lightweight pack, the lightweight Elementum, and yeah, it's alright. It's making everything quite nice. It's my first time using it today. So anyway, we're going to get up to cairn on wet side edge, and I'll probably check in with you there before we head on to probably Great Friar first. Don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on camera, but we're just coming to view of the 3 Shire stone where we parked, and then we come up across and then to where we are now, carrying on to the summit of wet side edge. Oh, here we are, 2 little cairns on wet side edge. Here's the little one, and there's the bigger one. We'll just bag this first. There we go. A little cairn of wet side edge. So we've just been studying the topography. I think that's the correct word for it. Right, so the middle summit of the 3 that you can see on screen now, that is Great Cars. That's tonight's destination, where we'll be camping. Moving across to Swirl House. That's another one of today's Wainwright destinations. There's Weatherlam. And it depends on what we do today. That could possibly be for tomorrow, because we can go back via Weatherlam and then down the side of Weatherlam to come back to where we've been. So I'm not sure, but I mean we've got like eight more hours today. We've got a hell of a long time, so we'll see what we're doing. Just got a little snack stop on go, haven't we, mate? Having a bit of jerky and some wine gums. We've just passed, we're at the next cairn up from wet side edge. Just making his way up to Hellgill Pike, I think it's called, before we make this the move on to Great Friar. The little summit in the back is Great Friar, which is going to be today's first stop. Should be about probably maybe 45 to another hour up to Grey Friar. It looks a lot higher than it actually is once we get onto that ridge line. So once we get to Elgo Pike, it's not all too bad at all. I don't even think we have to go up to Elgo Pike. I think we can go straight across this way, which should ease off the elevation a little bit. So yeah, it'll be alright. That we should be sound. Oliver took the lower path, which started gentler but ends a little steeper than the one I'm on, which is just, but they both converge just behind this little rock thing, so we're alright. So we've made it to the top of Helgill Pike, and behind me, that's where we're heading, Grey Friar, and then we're going to leave Great Cars and Swirl How front way back, and then hopefully Bob Weatherlam in as well. But we're at a nice little point now, so we get up to this little junction marked by a very small cairn. So 3 paths, and it's known as, well, technically 4 actually. The 3 from this side merge into 1, but I suppose if you count them all as separate, it's 4 separate paths marked by this very small cairn, and this is known as Fairfield, and this is the lowest point we hit before we do the final 100 metre ascent up, well, roughly 100 metre up to the summit of Grey Friar, which is up there. And then from here we can go back that way where we just come from. That path takes us up to Great Cars, and that takes us up to Swirl How. So we're gonna get back here. So we're gonna go to Grey Friar, and then we're gonna hit Swirl How. Looking over to Brimfell and Old Man of Coniston, Dow Crag. It's not been quite as easy as I thought it was. It's gone a bit cold. Sun's gone in. Wind's picked up. Our Oliver's pack's hurting him a little bit, tad heavy. I've got water in one of my boots, and my foot's rubbing, so that might be a blister tackle coming. But I've took it off. I've dried my foot off. I've I've had socking wind for 20 minutes best I can, and just made best of what we've got, because at the end of the day we are where we are, and we've got to do what we've got to do. So the revised aim now is we're definitely not going to go for the 5, we're definitely not going to go for Brimfell. We may possibly still go for Weatherlam, but we also might go via Weatherlam down tomorrow. We've been talking about it, we'll see. So as we were ascending Grey Friar, we met a chap called John who were coming down it, and he's the chap who's taking Swirl How for the camp as neighbour. So we had a 10-15 minute with him. That was quite nice, giving us another bit of a break. It's been constantly up from leaving the car to the summit of Grey Friar, and we're probably 30-40 metre elevation off, and then at last we can actually walk a bit of downhill. Not that I particularly like downhill, but it's a different beast to going up. The terrain on Grey Friar has become really rocky and quite inhospitable, but it is starting to get a bit gentler. Oh, we are very close to the cairn and summit now, and I think we're going to reward ourselves with a cup of tea when we get up top. And Oliver's bagged it, is a little in front of me, always is, so much fitter. What a boy. God, this terrain really is rocky and not very welcoming. But nonetheless, an 11th Wainwright, first Wainwright of the day. Great Friar. Oh. Yes. Yes, how's about that, Great Friar? So we're going to have a little cup of tea, me and our alls. Should be enough. Get a bit of boiling water on. I was just telling our alls about how off its head this stove is. What the... Gotta find juice now.
Hot chocolate, no.
Oh, cups in your bag.
Ah, it's in the snap
Yeah,
bit.
get a cup out, mate. See what I mean about that? My legs are setting on fire. It's that hot. It's insane. We're in a nice sheltered spot here to make sure the stove works as efficiently as it can. Not that it's very inefficient, it's just... I think it is actually, I think it just spews gas out at 10 to a dozen. Trying its best to set world on fire. One of them Chinese BRS things, one of them titanium things, weighs about 8 grams. Burning my hand off it. There we go. Beggar me. Mashing tackle. We don't have it too strong, me or ours. Get that sweetener dissolving and we'll put a bit of his milk in. What the?
This is so hot.
Boiling water.
You put 2 milks in. Flipping.
Just get a minute to cool down.
That's all in stuff.
Put it level your tool.
Where?
There. That's the level bit. What a moron. There we go. Oh my god. It took 20 minutes to get a cup of tea ready and he's nearly lobbed it all over the floor. What's he doing? Righto. We've been sat on Grey Friar about bleeding hour now. It's 5 o'clock. So we had a cup of tea and we had a good long rest. And still got about 5 hours of sunlight, and we've only got to get across these 2 summits across here. So should have a nice gentle. I think we'll go to Swirl How first, and then over to Great Cars. But I'm not sure. I might even go and pitch up on Great Cars, and then have a walk over to Swirl How while tents up, maybe one at a time. And Oliver likes a little solo bagging mission, so that's a possibility. As I say, with no real plans. 11th Wainwright for me, 7th I think for our Oliver. Is that your 7th, mate? Yeah, 7th for Oliver. Yeah, alright, we're just gonna make descent now. It's just the same way we came, really. There's not a great deal to show, but we'll touch on route at some point anyway. Back at Fairfield, and on this one, straight up, and bypass this first path, straight up and take the path up to the right to get Swirl How. That's the plan. I might have to put my fleece on. It's come a little bit cold, but I'm sure I'll warm up once we start climbing again. See how we go on. There's the cairn of Fairfield anyway. Quite a wet path this up to Swirl How. Not too bad like, but just a bit wet underfoot. God, it's windy here, but this is top of Broad Slack. This little cairn is about halfway between Great Cars that's up to my left and Swirl How that's up to my right. There's about another 40 metres worth of Oh god, I'm getting blown to biggery. About another 40 metres of ascent up to Swirl How, and then back down and over the Great Cars. You can see the little point on top of Swirl How. Oh, god, is it windy. But just have a look at this view of this ridge line. Yes, mate, epic. And you see the path that runs up to Weatherlam. Don't actually look that far at all. I'm gonna have to get moving because this wind's ludicrous. I hope it's a bit windy. What a cracking can, I mean. Half of it's sticking out at the floor, it's not even, it's like built upon an actual rock. I'm not going to be able to get the top of this. Definitely not. Alright with that. Swirl How. What a cracking view, but it's too windy. So it's the morning after us wild camp. We bagged 2 Wainwrights yesterday. Grey Friar and Swirl How, and whilst we did kind of bag great cars, we didn't do our official bag of it because wind were just too bad and we needed to get temp pitched up. So that's what we're here to do this morning. Just have a little clamber onto it. Here we are, some of the great cars. And as you can see, there's absolutely no way of seeing out anywhere, no views whatsoever. But we've done it. The 13th Wainwright and the 9th Friar. So just on from the summit of great cars is a little memorial to yet another crashed plane. So many of them in UK, but this is the first one I've seen in Lake District. I don't know how many more there are. I know there's a lot in Peak District, but obviously my knowledge of the Peak District is so much greater than my knowledge of the Lake District. I was just sat waiting for me, didn't want to come on to the memorial. We saw it yesterday, see, but I didn't get any photos or get any time to have a little look or a read of it. We literally just bypassed it and well, we had to get temp up. And it's just coming into view now through mist. The Handler Page Halifax crash site. Let's just go and have a quick look. 8 crew members. HCU Topcliffe, 22nd October 1944. I presume these are parts of wreckage that they found. That they've incorporated into excuse me, that they've incorporated into the memorial cairn. Rest easy, lads. We're going to head off at Mountain now. I'm not going to do any more filming on the way down. That's the end of today's, well, this weekend's Wainwright adventures. We're hoping for Weatherlam, we're hoping for Brimfell, but hot and windy yesterday. Bad night's sleep. Our Oliver's been poorly. Just everything combined. We're just getting off. They're there another day. We'll come back. We'll do them again. Good seeing you all. Thanks for watching. See you later. 13 now Wainwrights and 9 respectively. Thank you.